I'm Alvin Ailey. I'm a choreographer. I create movement, and I'm searching for truth in movement. For dance to me,
I just sit there and watch to find out what made Mr. Ailey, Mr. Ailey.
I've choreographed many kinds of dance. 1, 4, 5 loose fingers. Sure what's in your hand? Yes. Good. Right. The head, accent there. Bam, bam. Yes. 4, 5.
Sunday, January 17th, 1988, talking with Alvin Ailey. Do you feel as though you had to sacrifice anything to stay in dance?
Everything. Dance it's an enormous sacrifice. I mean, it's a physical sacrifice. Dancing hurts. We don't make that much money. I mean, touring 6 months out of the year is disastrous on any kind of personal relations. It's a tough thing, you have to be possessed to do dance.
I came to New York City in 1954.
I was alive and springy 24, who loved to dance. It was catch and dance was like.
Everybody that I could ever dreamed of was here in New York City. And when I got here, I immediately jumped into classes with all of them.
I studied with Martha Graham and Charles Weidman and Hanya Holmes. But I was the usual rebel. And I had my own ideas. I had these creative fires bubbling inside.
Dark, deep things, beautiful things inside me that I'd always been trying to get out.
My blood memories. The memories of my parents, uncles, and aunts. Blues and the gospel songs that I knew from Texas.
I was born in the Depression, 1931. Tough times. Rural country. I remember being glued to my mother's hip, washing through the terrain, branches slashing against a child's body, going from one place to another, looking for a place to be. My mother off working in the fields. I used to pick up. I was only about 4. I remember the sunsets. I remember people moving in the twilight. My father was never there. I never knew my father. I never saw my father. I remember my good friend, Chauncey Green, would run through the fields together, through the brambles, being Texas boys. Chauncey saved my life. And one day I fell into this enormous pool of water, almost drowned. So he grabbed me, and as he pushed all the water out, he also lay down on top of me. We sort of rubbed up against each other, you know. Chauncey Green, I should never forget him.
Listen here, folks, want to sing a little song. Don't get mad, but don't mean no harm. You know it's tight like that. Beat it up, boy, it's tight like that. Beat it up, oh, you got me talking to you. I mean it's tight like that.
I've had a wonderful time. There were house parties, and everybody would dance.
I went to see my gal over across the hall, find another mule kicking in my
and there was a dewdrop in. Was our honky tonk, you know, out on the road, where black people got together on the weekend and danced.
When she whip it, it's too bad, you know it's tight like that.
They were really the gorgeous girls. The music was funky. Very important. This is where we let it all hang out. It was a time of love. It was a time of caring. It was a time where people didn't have much, but they had each other.
And those things stayed with me.
I cried.
So I made a piece called Blue Suite.
Roll down my cheeks. Yes, I cried. Tear roll down my cheeks. I think about my baby. Oh, sweet woman used to be.
Blue Suite is a reflection of that time. The problems, but the romance. We as a black people have made something fantastic. The fact that black people get through.
I cried. Till a tear roll down my cheeks. I think about my baby. Oh, sweet woman used to be.
Okay, let's try this group and this group here, and still do what you do. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, and. 5, 6, 7, 8, and.
Mr. Ailey talked about blood memories, what his parents went through, his parents' parents went through, what his folk went through. And that was a major key for me.
7, 8, and.
Memory. That was the anchor.
Don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing.
I moved to Los Angeles when I was 12, at the beginning of World War II. It was a vibrant, alive, a different kind of environment. When I was 14, I discovered the theater, where I first saw the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo.
And here was a new world. It became my ritual then to come downtown And I saw everything that came along. But there was nobody black, nobody to model oneself after.
And then one day, I saw Catherine Dunham.
I couldn't believe that here are black people on a legitimate stage. I was just taken into another realm. Here was this unbelievable creature. And male dancers who were just superb. The jumps, the agility, the sensuality of what they did blew me away. And the material. What she was doing was Afro-Caribbean. It was blues, it was spiritual. And it touched something Texas in me. Dance had started to pull at me. I remember bouncing around on the grass and making up steps. And my gym teacher decided that I should be on the football team. So he made me a right tackle. And I said, Coach, you know, out of these people running and knocking me down, at least it's not gonna work. He said, what's wrong with you? You some kind of sissy? And I want to say, yes!
I saw Alvin in the gymnastics class. They had free exercises, you know, it was all slow motion. It was more like dancing, actually. And he was beautiful. But he didn't dare let anybody know that he wanted to be a dancer because he would be teased or humiliated. But I told him, you ought to be a dancer.
Alvin was this kid who was handsome, he was charismatic. We became fast friends. We went to parties together. We were always in each other's company. And then realizing that we both had an interest in dance. That propelled me to follow him to the Horton school to watch his class with Carmen. And you walk through those doors, it's like you're going into a different world.
What they were doing on the stage, it had a feeling, it had an essence for me. I went back 3 classes a week and sat way up in the corner, never doing anything, while Lester Horton taught a class. And finally, Lester said to me, well, you've been here a month now. It's time to come into the back studios and see what will happen. So then the die was cast. It was just a complete education.
Lester taught us to justify movement, not just to do a step, but to feel something about the step. Not just to do a plie, but to give it some kind of emotion.
Lester induced us to search, and Alvin did. He went to his resources. He drew on his experiences, and that was his beginning.